10 minutes before she arrives, she wants to hit me with the, oh, by the way, is it cool if my friend comes? She's going through a little bit of a hard time. And I was just like,
I said, yo, girl, I was about to give you a hard time. What's going on here?
First date, she brings a cock block. What an idiot.
I knew she liked black people because she had all these black movies in DVD. With no DVD player, I'm like, she just had it just to look at. I said, hey, listen, I don't want to do anything you're not comfortable with. A gentleman.
Yeah.
She's like, well, good thing there's nothing I'm not comfortable with. I was like,
Welcome to One Night Stand-Up Comedy. I'm Alfie Rosselli.
And I'm Rebecca Rochon. This is a dating show where our subscribers DM us their craziest, wildest, sexy stories. Make sure to follow and subscribe to One Night Stand-Up on YouTube and Instagram. And DM us for a chance to be featured on the show.
And no dick pics.
Or clit pics.
Unless you write your stories on them.
We're so excited for our guest today. He's our friend Akeem. He's a stand-up. He's hilarious.
He's a stand-up guy and a stand-up comic.
Yes.
He has a great story that I think is very relatable. So this is the dreaded third wheel date.
I wonder if this girl cock-blocked the whole date or if he somehow made it through.
Let's find out. Akeem, we loved your story. The whole idea of showing up on a date and you see her and she's with one of her friends. How does that even happen? So you had a third wheel date.
Someone who crashed.
How did you
An uninvited third wheeler.
it's a girl I met. We were at Kids Beach. I was doing my thing, being charismatic as I am.
Yeah.
That's true.
We set up a date. She comes over, but tells me like 10 minutes before she's on her way. Like the invite to come over has been set like at the beginning of the day, right? Like she knew she was coming like 8 o'clock when she woke up in the morning. She knew she was coming over. 9 o'clock when she did shit, shower, and shimmy. She knew she was coming over. All throughout the day, she messages me saying, hey, so like, are you home yet? Because I went to go get a haircut and all that stuff. I said, yeah. This was an hour before she showed up. She knew she was still coming over. She leaves her house 10 minutes before she arrives. She wants to hit me with the, oh, by the way, is it cool if my friend comes? She's going through a little bit of a hard time. And I was just like,
I said, yo, girl, I was about to give you a hard time. What's going on here? Was it a first date?
yeah.
Wow.
So this girl.
That is so bold.
Wow.
And the last.
Was
First date, she brings a cock block. What an idiot.
yeah. So how did the date go? So she shows up with a friend.
So we get here, right? And obviously, and I have my little plan. I have a whole little plan, right? I was like, hey, I'm running late. You mind if I hop in the shower real quick? Shower. Let me hop in the shower and then come back in my room, shirt off, a little glistening. I had the whole fucking plan. That shit got derailed. Went in the bathroom, showered, got changed in the bathroom, came out with a full long sleeve and everything. There's wine. I bought wine and everything. Had a whole fucking charcuterie. Can I swear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had a whole fucking charcuterie board on the goddamn table, just there ready for this. And what's weird about it is the friend was going to town. Oh my God, this is so nice. You know those friends that just like never had anything nice happen to them?
Yeah.
So they just, it's the worst. I'm like, Jesus Christ, do you eat? Like, are you fed at the house? Anyways, it's not a roast session.
This whole charity project.
Were you like really making sure she wasn't invited? Like you only had 2 glasses out, charcuterie board, 2 forks.
Everything. It was meant for 2 people. So I'm like, and then she has the nerve. She's pouring herself a glass, and she's like, "What are you gonna drink out of?" I was just gonna put a straw in the bottle and just drink it.
At this point, that's the vibe.
I was like, "Oh my!" Anyway, so fast forward.
What did she look like compared to her friend? Was she hot?
Not even close.
Not. Oh.
I don't like to talk shit, but like she was built like a college. You know what? She was a bitch. She was built like a college refrigerator. That was not bad.
She had the shoulders of a linebacker. All right.
Oh no, it was worse. D lineman, no.
D lineman. That girl's putting 3 fingers in the grass.
Just ready to go. So we go. So and now here's the thing. Now I'm not. I was like ready to like pay for everything the entire day. Now it's like, are you fucking out of your mind? Like, no, this is we're paying for each other. Like we're paying for ourselves now. This is not a date no more. This is like chilling. We're hanging out. So we go over to this restaurant near my house, right on Denver. Great Caribbean spot. I love it. We're there hanging out. We're ordering food. She's ordering everything under the fucking sun. Now, we're all comics here. I start poke every time I can make a joke. I can. Mind you, the girl that I'm actually on a date with is still eating it. We're bantering. We're going back and forth. Now she orders plantain. You know plantain? Plantain,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's fried. For those who don't know, it's fried banana with a little bit of brown sugar on it.
Yeah.
It's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
It's so good.
She orders that, and then now I'm Caribbean. My parents are from Trinidad, so I know this shit's near dear to my heart. She orders this shit and orders, hey, do you have any dipping sauces? I look at her, I'm like,
Yeah.
This bitch is insulting your culture?
this is where I drew the line, guys. Not only did you crash this date that I was looking forward to all week, but you insult my heritage and dipping it in Southwest sauce.
Southwest.
Probably expects you to play the bill. She's probably like, is there ketchup?
Yeah.
No, I was serious.
It's an A1.
I was on the fence about paying for it. As soon as I saw that, I was like, no. I looked at the waitress and I said, don't bring the sauce. And she's like, the girl said, excuse me, I want sauce. I'm like, but plantain doesn't require sauce. It's already juicy and moist. You're just gonna take the flavor out of it. She's like, first of all, it's plantain. And I'm just like,
Oh no.
oh my days. Oh, my, get this bitch away from me. Anyways, then she started talking about my age. Mind you, she's 3 years older than me. Everything I said was, oh, it's because you're young. Oh, it's because you haven't this. Oh, it's because you haven't in that. First of all, you're a single stepmother. Explain that to me.
Well, I think you figured it out. Like I think you figured it out with that dipping sauce. Like, yeah, that's why you're single, bitch.
Jesus Christ.
Where's your man, bitch?
Like, first of all, don't come at my neck for your stupid life decisions. I had nothing to do with it. All in all, the girl that I'm actually on a date with that I actually want to talk to is just there mediating and telling her, yo, calm down. You're not that much older. Why are you being so rude? I was being a complete gentleman. I sat down after they sat down. I fucking walked on the outside of the road, all that shit. And this, that, and the third. But the last straw was when we went. Now, the whole date is derailed.
Yeah.
The whole date is derailed.
Oh, man.
She tells me she wants to go. Now they have a friend that lives a couple of streets away from where I live. She's like, oh, well, my friend's back from God knows where. So let's go hang out at her house. And I'm just like, why not? Why not? So we go to the liquor store. We each grab a bottle of whatever. We show up. Now, her other friends, these ones that I met, dope as hell. So funny. We're having a good time. Everybody unanimously agrees that this random ass freaking extra third wheel, this extra piece of flabby skin that's attached that you need to snip off is annoying and the worst possible thing that can happen to the evening. She's acting like a freaking bitch the entire time. Now, fast forward, she ends up leaving because her domestic relationship, she got a phone call from that and had to go over and see her kids or the stepkids or whatever the fuck. So I'm like, okay, cool. Now we're good. Now I can work my magic.
Yeah.
Magic.
You're in the clear.
We leave it. Me and the girl that I wanted to be on a date with, the date finally fucking starts. We go, we outside. She said, what do you want to do? Do you want to go home or do you want to go back to my place? I said, in my head, I was like, well, I've invested all this time. So you know what? Might as well see it through to the end. Went all the way to her house. Everything's hunky-dory. We're watching Love. I knew she liked black people because she had all these black movies in DVD. With no DVD player. I'm like, she just had it just to look at.
She just
Hey, Akeem, look at the films I enjoy.
We're watching the movie. Everything's great. She starts leaning up on me. I start leaning up on her. Faces meet in the middle. We start kissing. Then we started playing the naked Jenga.
Naked Jenga.
Oh.
The dares on it. She got the dares on it. We had to call people, send pictures of nipples, all this and the third. It got to one. This was a TSN turning point. This is where it happened, right? One of the dares was lick sriracha off one of your opponent's nipples. Now there's only one person there. We already got rid of the other chick. It's just me and her. I said, hey, listen, I don't want to do anything you're not comfortable with. A gentleman.
Yeah.
She's like, well, good thing there's nothing I'm not comfortable with. I was like,
oh.
I was like, well, where's the sriracha? She's like, in the fridge. Boom. Pour the sriracha. I poured like sriracha's ketchup to me. So I poured like mad.
He's showing off your spice tolerance. Ooh.
I lick it all up. Then we start making out. Hands start going in places they should or should not be. Everything's hunky-dory. Now, we get to the bedroom, right? We're in the bedroom. Things are hot and heavy. It's steaming, right? I'm ass naked. She's ass naked. Now, she gets up and she's like, wait, let me use the bathroom first. Typical shit women do. Y'all go to the bathroom.
Freshen up.
All the bells and whistles are working. Yeah, that's it, right? Comes back out, ass naked, closes the light. She's like, well, good night. And I was like,
What?
who are you talking to? She said, well, good night. It's late. I'm ready for bed. I didn't trip. I'm like, you know what? I like morning butt cheeks anyways, right? I wake up. She wakes up. She gives me a kiss on the mouth. She gives me, how'd you sleep? And I'm like, great. Now, all of a sudden, I start making moves again. And she's like, you seem a little bit tired, so I'm just going to go let you have the bed and go on the couch. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
Weird.
I was like, what the fuck is going on here? I was like, this makes no sense, right? So I said, you know what? I'm just going to leave. Put on my clothes, called an Uber, and I dipped. Now, I'm not saying I'm entitled to anything because nobody's entitled to another human's body. That's a choice. If you don't want to fornicate, that is on you. I'm not owed anything. With that said, I think there is some sort of decorum that needs to happen. I'm not saying she owed me butt cheeks.
No, do you know what I think happened? Do you know what I think happened? I think she went in the bathroom to freshen up because a lot of girls go to the bathroom to freshen up, douche, clean out. You know what happened? Either she was on her period or she didn't pass her own personal smell test.
Then shower.
That's true. Yeah,
bathroom.
That's true. That's true. But maybe she just wasn't feeling it. Maybe she's like, okay, I'm not feeling fresh.
Maybe she's playing hard to get.
No, I don't play that.
That's too much. That's too much hard to get. Like once the clothes are off, that's too much. That's like.
What are you trying to? What are you making? What are you making difficult to get when your vagina? I feel the heat from your vagina.
Yeah.
What are you making difficult to get? I see the steam. What? Like your breasts are all up in my face. What are you making hard to get? My thing is, here's my thing, right?
Yeah.
Here's my thing is that I put up with all the bullshit of your friend's drama for you, right? I asked you out. Your friend came here, drank all my fucking wine, ate all the cheese and all the fucking grapes that I put out, and the little sausages that I cut up by hand.
This ain't no pre-sliced shit.
Yeah, like you showed her that you go the extra mile. Like you care. I'm gonna treat you right. So it's just like for her to make you jump through hoops. It's like there's no need for hoops. This whole night I showed you that I was gonna take care of you. There's no need for me to jump through hoops. What do you want me to do? Go home with blue balls? Like what?
You get me. So,
yeah.
But here's the thing. Again, I'm not owed anything. But at least set that precedent when we're leaving your friend's place and you're inviting me back to your place. Because I'm thinking,
invite someone to your house.
It's 1 o'clock in the morning. What are you be doing at 1 o'clock in the morning? Watching all your fucking black movies? No, we're not having a marathon.
Yeah.
It's 1 o'clock in the fucking morning. Like, what do you expect? You should say, listen, I would love for you to come over and hang out, but just so you know, I'm not comfortable sleeping with you yet. I'm going home.
Yeah. That honestly goes a long way. Like, you know what? Oh, thank you. And then if she said, thank you for putting up with my friend, there would have been a second date. Well, you got it.
We would have had a whole other plethora of interactions. I don't know if we would have made it to this far because this was a couple months ago. I don't know if we would have made it to here, but you definitely fucked up your shot at that moment.
Yeah.
I like, listen, any guy who dealt with the shit that I dealt with that day. Right?
Yeah.
Especially from a stranger. Now I've snapped for far less than what I dealt with there. But you know what? I'm trying to have a good evening. I'm trying to chill. I'm trying to relax.
Well, she sounds really hot. You're naming all this shit you put up with. She sounds fucking hot.
Dope as hell. She was, and what's crazy is I met her at the beach, and she was just mad dope. We were chilling.
Oh, that's a good thing. How do you
Alfie.
how do you pick up a girl in person? Because that's like good advice to have. So you met her at the beach. Well, you're jacked.
Wow,
Dude.
at the beach?
Yeah.
I did. I had a shirt
That's
on. Well, I had a
impressive.
white beater on, so
Yeah.
I'm in the gym. Shout out to Club 16. Anyways, I'm just a charismatic person. You guys know who I am. I talk to anybody with everybody. So
Yeah.
as long as you go in there with just like kind of like genuine intentions, just about having a good time, just don't be a creep. Like,
Yeah.
especially the place like a beach, it's very easy to meet people.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you're just showing, like I said, I actually told this to a kid yesterday. If you're just having a genuine good time and people see that, if you go up to somebody, they've already witnessed you having a good time. They just know, they just see, oh, this guy's just a vibe. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. What was the first, like, what was your opening line when you picked her up at the beach?
Oh yeah.
I saw her playing this game, right? She had this little game with like rope and ball. Like it was a rope connected to two balls. You had to throw it and get different points at different levels that you throw it. And I was watching her play it, and now I'm a sucker for games. I grew up without cable. So like, like board games, all this stuff like this.
Nice.
Well, you certainly have got game.
Ba-dum-bum.
So I saw her, and I walk up to her with a beer, because I'm not going to just show up empty-handed. I had a beer in my hand that I was drinking, and I was like, I will give you this beer if you let me play. Didn't even say my name. Like, if I could play a game. She's like, well, you don't need to give me a beer. I'm like, well, I walked all this way with it. This one's full. Would you like it? So we started, and we're playing. And now the shit talking starts. Don't play no games with me.
Yeah.
You're gonna hear me.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Starts. And the banter is going back and forth. And that's what I love the most. Like she was a physical attraction there, obviously, or else I would never have taken her out on a date. I still would have played the game with her, but I never would have got her information with that.
Yeah.
But it was the banter back and forth that I enjoyed.
It was just a good hang. Yeah. It was easy. It was smooth. Yeah.
So great. So we're going back and forth, this, then, and the third. And that's essentially how it happened. For me, if you have good banter, all it is banter. If you can make
that's
somebody
huge.
laugh and just have good, witty back and forth, it's good. It's going to be a positive interaction for sure.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I bet, like, of course, like, you're a comic, like, you're gonna bring that to the table, but it's hard to find women that do, probably, right?
Yeah.
Like even some comics don't know when to turn off the stage versus.
Oh yeah, no. Oh, and that's true.
Yeah.
That's such a
They
good
just talk
point.
too
That's
much.
what you have too. You don't have the like
No.
the I'm trying to get a joke in kind of thing at all. It's just like you're like listening. Yeah. No. Nice.
Yeah. You banter like back and forth. They say something rather as just talking about yourself all the
like
time.
a funny guy is something that a lot of women want, right? And so I think guys I think they misunderstand that sometimes, right? Where they think like, oh, I need to like say a joke and that'll make it happen, or like they rehearse their lines or something. It's like, no.
It's for the stage. And
Yeah.
so to find someone who's just genuinely just like can go back and forth, like just quick-witted. Like,
Yeah.
You need to be funny, but you have a quick response.
Yeah.
That's the stuff I value.
I agree.
Yeah. It means that they're not worried or anxious or overthinking. They're kind of like a casual, chill, good time, right? They don't care what you think about them.
Genuine response, and that's it. It's two genuine people get together, and who knows what happened. But she's dead to me now.
I can't believe she brought somebody who both of like on the first date to bring somebody along.
That she knows that nobody likes. So she knows that her other friends don't like her. So it's like, that's on her. Like that's her being a bad first impression on her part, where it's just like
sees this. I hope she sees this.
It's so weird. What's your suspicion of went down in her mind that switched it from being like who says come over to my place? Like when a woman says come over to my place, that's usually a shoo-in, right? Then she comes out naked after you play a dirty, sexy Jenga game, which she just has ready to go. And then she just doesn't follow through with any. She's just like, bye. And she doesn't give any sign of anything happening. What's your belief?
I think that there's a stigma with women if they give it up on the first date or first encounter or whatever. I think that there's this whole thing where it's like, well, I gotta leave him wanting more, and I can't just give it up like that because I don't want her to think, or I don't want to look like that girl, blah 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 blah. but it's like,
So she might have really liked you.
Well, you know what I think is? You know what? If I just, you know what it is? You know what it is? If I just wanted to sleep with a girl, it doesn't matter if it's the third date or the first date. If that's all you're offering is just me to sleep with you, then it doesn't matter if it's the third or fifth date.
I think a lot of women need to know that.
It's like, so we sleep the first date, and that was cool. That was awesome. We had a great first date. Like that adds to the date. Just be a fun hang, and then we'll get a second date and do more on that stuff. Yeah. We'll just like, what is bad? A first date is awesome if it ends with fucking amazing sex. Like that is a fucking dope first date. Like some, and then that's the thing. Like some girls just need it. They need that stress relief. They need to nut, just like how a guy needs to nut. They need to get that lady nut in, and they need to have that great first date with someone that's a good fun hang.
We slept together on the first date.
Yeah, we slept together on the first date. It was a fun hang. Yeah.
Yep.
and how long have you guys been together again?
Almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years.
Hey, this is a public service announcement.
Yeah.
You want a healthy, long-term relationship and potentially a successful relationship podcast. Fuck on the first goddamn date.
Yeah. Be a good lay.
Out of your heads. Get out
Yeah.
of your heads. It's all about a fucking connection. Like,
She's gonna push and pull. So after this date, you didn't feel like, okay, if she's playing hard to get, you're just like, I'm not even going to entertain this. You were totally turned off
from me again.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. So this is a lesson to women. So if a woman is like, oh, okay, I have been told that if a man just like gets sex right away, then that means that the pursuit is over. And I've been too like, because there's definitely two narratives. There's definitely that narrative out there that guys are like, women are too slutty and like, they're on OnlyFans and they're like, giving themselves away. They need to like, be a little bit more selective with who they're going out with, right? So that men find them more valuable. And then there's obviously the other side that's like, you shouldn't, you should just be free. You should go with the flow. Like, what would you say to a woman that's like concerned with that balance? Like, what is it that would reassure them about sleeping with someone on the first date?
Honestly, it goes back to what Alfie said. It's just, if a guy just wants to smash and you hold out, you're just denying the inevitable.
Right.
Yeah.
You're just denying it. He's either going to be around you. Cause like a guy will sleep with you. But if you're dope as shit, like for me, again, like I said, banter, right?
Yeah.
Whether you sleep with me on the first date or the 10th, if there's that banter back and forth and I want to be around you, I'm going to be around you. If I just, if I just want to smash and you wait, you're not going to hear from me during the day. Like, I'm not going to message you, hey, just to smash, and then you never hear from me again. It's
right.
The banter, no matter what. Like, we
Yeah.
can end up smashing eventually, but there's not going to be that back and forth in the middle of the day.
Well, I guess it depends on the guy, because you go in with a certain mindset of like you're looking for that partner, right? And so it's like to you, you're like, it's more about if you respect me, my time, you're a good person, you're fun hang.
And she didn't.
But if you're dealing with a guy that does just want to smash essentially, then like you're getting them out of the way anyway if you do go through with it, or you don't like him anyway, or you just don't like that pursuit, right? So yeah.
Either way, get it out. Here's the thing. So here in a relationship, let's look at it as like a pie chart, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have communication, you have compatibility, likability, likes and dislikes, all this shit, right? That make up the pie. Physical attraction and sex. I'm not saying it's the majority of the pie, but it's the biggest category.
It's the first one. It's the spark. It's what gets it cooking.
First thing, so it's 45%. Now, if you can figure out sexual compatibility, which is 45% of a relationship in the first night, right? What the get that out.
That's huge. That's huge though. A good sex life is very important in a relationship. Like it's very important. It's a stress relief. It's a stress relief. It's a stress relief. Yeah. It's romance. Connection. It's everything. It's a connection. It's
definitely make or break, and women should be considering that too. Like, you don't want to waste your time with somebody that, and then you find out on the 5th date that they have a tiny dick. Like,
and can't hump. Like what?
You know what the problem is, though? But you know why that is? It's because we stigmatize women who fuck on the first date, and now they look like they're easy.
Yeah.
Like, oh, a woman with a high body count is a problem. Who gives a shit?
Yeah. No.
I rather a woman with a high body count that doesn't waste her time and other people's time than someone who has a small body count, but she has dudes on the freaking line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
And
the
is
wandering
annoying
eye.
and playing
Well, that's
around.
what I always said. Where it's like, in order to know what you want, you have to know what you don't want. So if you've dated every type of guy, or vice versa, like if a guy's dated every type of girl, then he's less likely to have a wandering eye.
Yeah.
So it's like, then you know what you don't want. So it's just like, I will never want to date a 22-year-old because I've been on a date with one, and it's a chore to talk to them. It's a goddamn chore.
Burden.
It's a burden. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
We're
And
not the same.
They're not the same. They don't even have a high body count, so they just starfish.
Exactly. They don't know what they're doing.
They don't know what they're doing either. Yeah.
I've always said this. Women, here's a hot take for you guys. You guys can put this as a
All right, this is the button because we have to go. This is the button. We have to go.
Go for it. Yeah.
Women who make men wait for sex have nothing else to offer.
Boom. Nailed it.
Boom!
Akeem, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for coming on.
That was
is
so
an
much
amazing
fun.
Way to end it.
Thank you.
All right. I feel like women got a huge benefit from this. And if you want to land a hot piece like Akeem with all sorts of personality, his head in the right place.
Yeah. You better
gotta start to put out.
Put out on the first date.
Put out on the first date.
If you want to date Akeem, put out on the first date.
Don't waste his time.
Make him laugh and put out. And if you're gonna bring a friend, make sure she wants to hook up too.
Yeah.
Facts.
Well, thank you so much, Akeem.
Thank you, buddy.
I love you guys. Take care, guys.
Bye. That was so fun.